However, none of these would have been possible without the help and support from our Chinese embassy friends. So thank you very much. Also would not have been possible without our banking partners, BRAC Bank, Citibank, Eastern Bank, Standard Chartered, and HSBC. And of course, the talented young folks in Beza and Bida who have worked tirelessly day and night to make this program a possibility. So could we please give them a big round of applause? Now, to kickstart the process of this program, the process of bringing these Chinese investors to Bangladesh, let me first introduce someone who's a Bangladeshi, and last summer around this, he was sipping bubble tea in Korea as a CFO of a multinational, but decided to come back and join the leadership team in Investment Development Authority for National Service. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our Head of Business Development, Nahian Nohman Rochi.
Good morning, everyone. Too bad, I just missed out on the selfie. But wow, standing here right where I am now, it truly, I mistakenly stepped into a crowd room in Beijing or Shanghai. Kudos to all our friends who flew miles to join us and accompany us in this investment journey today. So from me as well, welcome to Bangladesh, thank you, and ni hao. I wanted to start today with a story of two common men who did very uncommon things, Mr. Leo and Mr. Felix. 30 years ago, Mr. Leo, on the right, took a flight from China to Gazipur. 16 years back, Mr. Felix took the same flight to Nilphamari. Those two individuals came to Bangladesh, started doing business, found opportunities, weathered storms, challenges, and persevered. And today, both of them combined are employing 50,000 people in Gazipur and Nilphamari, exporting more than $500 million out of Bangladesh. But their true success and legacy actually lies beyond these numbers. They infused hope, belief, and transformed the livelihoods of the people in Gazipur and Nilphamari. These two gentlemen gave their absolute best to Bangladesh, just the same way that Bangladesh gave to them. This is the story of not only Mr. Leo or Mr. Felix, but of 100,000 other Chinese nationals living in Bangladesh today. And this could be the story of yours as well. Because this is the launchpad that the Bangladesh-China partnership gives us to take the economic cooperation forward. Talking about economic cooperation, we are celebrating indeed the golden jubilee of Bangladesh-China economic diplomacy. China is our largest trade partner. In 2023, we imported more than $20 billion of goods. In 2022, they became our #1 FDI source country. And as of today, more than 1,000 companies are operating in Bangladesh. But honestly, I do feel we are only scratching the tip of the iceberg. And the opportunities are so much more. Let's take the example of apparel and garments. You all know that we are #2 in exports of garments, right after China. And we export around $40 billion. 10 to 12 billion of our exported items are raw material imports, 50% of which comes from China. Imagine a scenario when instead of sourcing those raw materials from China, the Chinese businesses relocate those into our shores. Just that scenario alone would have opened a win-win situation for everyone involved. Because the Chinese businesses, just by relocating their business into our shores, would be able to lower their costs by 2 to 3 times, meaning higher profitability. They would have received all the operational benefits in economic zones, and ultimately shortening the lead times, which would have given them access to new customers, new markets, and new clients. Similar opportunities, to be honest, lie in all other sectors, be it food, agriculture, renewables. It's actually on us to capitalize on this opportunity. And if you indeed are planning to take advantage of that situation, we do have and offer you a full suite of investment opportunities, be it investing in a new factory in our economic zones, let's call it greenfield operations, or investing in a private company or our state-owned enterprises where you can bring in your financial capital and expertise to generate more and more returns. I'm sure the next question you're going to ask me, well, I can do that anywhere else. What's so special about Bangladesh, right? And this is where the fundamental business case of Bangladesh comes into play. And to be honest, the soundness of our business case is just a mathematical reality. You are looking at one of the fastest growing local consumer markets in the world with probably one of the most affordable sourcing destinations. The two of those factors combined, voila, gives you alpha returns, one of the highest returns in the world. Just putting this perspective into numbers, our middle and affluent class today size is 34 million. That's bigger than the size of entire population in Malaysia. If you set up a factory here, the average cost is 2 to 3 times cheaper than any other neighboring countries, as you see in the table in the middle. And with our average age being only 26, we can guarantee that that advantage is going to remain for decades to come. Those two factors combined is what I just explained in the last table. The companies who have been operating here have been operating for decades and have been earning more than 2 to 3 times profit than what they do in other parts of the world. While all of this is good, we also acknowledge that there are some teething problems that we have when you try to start a business in our country and enter here. We have talked to countless number of Chinese investors, and these are some of the high frequent issues that they always tell us. I have challenges in getting a visa and work permit. I do have challenges in getting my licensing, or I am not sure about the policy consistency. What we have done is we have taken note of all these comments and common challenges that our Chinese businesses do tell us and have given a very structured, time-bound set of reforms that we want to do to set the course correct and to give the right direction of travel. As you can see, our set of reforms can be classified into 2 different categories. One would be immediate set of reforms, which gives you quick outcome. The other one would be long-term policy interventions. Let me take you through 1 or 2 of them. Through one-stop service. Whenever we talk about a one-stop service, there are 2 arms to it. Online, which I know everyone talks about. But what we are trying to start is also an offline arm of a one-stop service, where just like any other investment bank, you have a customer relationship manager. The job of which team would be to handhold the investor from point A to B during their investment journey, taking care of all their problems. I just talked about work permit and visa simplification. We did a thorough deep dive, taking support and help from investors, stakeholders, and global experts, and have designed a framework with a target to reduce the lead time and duration of work permits by almost 50%. You are going to very soon see us rolling out a few of these initiatives. The last one I want to talk about is our port strategy and the enhancement in our port capacity and efficiency that we are doing. The chart that you see on the left is the increase in our port handling capacity. And as you can see, we plan to increase that by 6 times. We will do that by increasing the efficiency of our current terminals, building new terminals. We are even throwing a deep sea port and a free trade zone into the mix for that, and also welcoming international operators to come to increase the competitiveness of our port handling capacity. While this national port strategy is ongoing, as you see on the right, we have also simplified the customs processes with the help of our friends from NBR by launching the Green Channel. So all of these reforms will help us to simplify the investment climate. The question is, though, how are we measuring our success? And what would be a good lead indicator to see or track the progress? For us, we believe a good lead indicator would be to have a set of gold standard case studies, which almost becomes like a playbook or a blueprint for next governments to come and carry forward. I want to highlight one similar case study of Hyundai Industries, our friends from Wuxi, China. Hyundai Industries came knocking at the doors of Bangladesh government on 4th December 2024. I remember that because that was my 4th day at the job. From 4th December 2024 to them signing this MOU in April, it only took 4 months. Probably one of the fastest lead time that any investor had to face in Bangladesh, and only possible through thorough interministerial coordination and giving them customized solutions to their problems. The outcome? They are now intending to set up a man-made fiber factory employing more than 10,000 employees in Bangladesh. So all of this together, what is our picture of success? We believe once we are able to revive this investment landscape and using our natural strengths, we will be able to position Bangladesh as a global factory, a place where you bring your raw materials, make your product, and sell them back. Bangladesh, as you can see, is located at the heart of Asia, giving access to 2.5 billion people and connecting north to south, east to west, and south to southeast. But to be honest, you should invest in this market not only for financial returns, but something bigger. Because just like Mr. Leo and Mr. Felix, this is an investment behind a transformation journey. You invest in a population which has more than 50% of its workforce below the age of 30. You improve their skills, you change their livelihoods. So the time to invest in that transformation journey for all of you is now. Look, I wanted to finish my presentation with one last slide. For the last 10, 12 minutes, I gave you all the financial and economic reasons on why you should invest in Bangladesh. But truth be told, Bangladesh's unique point today is that it's a blue chip investment. Bangladesh's macroeconomic trajectory, as you can see, has all the markers of all those countries at certain points in time after which they became economic powerhouses. So Bangladesh today stands at an inflection point. It stands at the crossroads from becoming good to great. It's a blue chip investment, similar to the one which you and your forefathers took part in China 25 years back. Once more, such a generational blue chip investment opportunity is unfolding right here, right in front of your eyes. I urge all of you to take advantage of it. I urge all of you to invest in this magic that we call Bangladesh. Thank you. You can scan this and find my presentation and download it. I hope you enjoy the rest of the program. Xie. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Nahian. So ready to partner with China, tons of reforms to improve the investment climate. We're open for business, and we welcome investors with shared ambition with open arms. That's the message that we wanted to pass to you. So now let's hear from the visiting delegation, please. We'll now invite Ms. Liu Chun, Vice President of China Chamber of Commerce for Import and Export of Machinery and Electronic Products, CCCME. May I request Ms. Liu Chun? Thank you.
感谢主持人的介绍。尊敬的孟加拉国首席顾问尤努斯阁下，尊敬的王文涛部长，女士们、先生们、朋友们，大家上午好。非常荣幸在中孟建交50周年之际，组织中国的 机电企业家跟随王文涛部长来到孟加拉。我们看到的是既饱含历史韵味，又欣欣向荣、充满活力的孟加拉打卡。我们今天参加贸易投资交流大会，我想我们在座的中资企业收获都非常大。作为首个响应高质量共建“一带一路”倡议的南亚国家，孟加拉深受广大的中国机电企业的青睐。刚才罗琦主任他以2个故事开始介绍的孟加拉的投资机会，其实我也有很多故事，中国机电企业和孟加拉的合作，但因为我只有3分钟的时间，所以我想我把我的故事留在会后。2024年，中国机电产品贸易额达到了60.5亿美元，占到2国贸易额的30%左右。帕德玛大桥铁路连接线、达舍尔干地污水处理厂等重点项目，以及生产制造、电子电器和工业园领域的一大批民生工程，在2国政府和企业的共同努力下顺利实施。当前2国的机电企业正在围绕绿色、数字、智能、海洋等新经济领域的合作正在不断的拓展，区域产业链供应链融合更加深化，为南方经济合作起到了很好的示范带动效应。中国机电企业家在对孟加拉开展投资合作满怀希望和期待。此次我们来的40家机电的企业，涉及到能源电力、机械设备、交通物流、信息技术、智慧城市和节能环保等很多的领域。也希望大家借此机会深入了解孟加拉的贸易政策、投资环境以及特色优势产业，围绕产业园区、市政建设、电子电器、节能环保、数字经济等领域共同开发新的市场。中国机电商会一直以来致力于推动中国和孟加拉的经贸合作，我们也期待以此次大会为契机，与孟加拉的业界同仁更加紧密合作，为中孟经贸合作向更高水平、更宽领域、更深层次发展做出不断的努力。最后，预祝大会圆满成功，谢谢。
Thank you. That was fantastic. May I now request Mr. Cao Derong, President of China Chamber of Commerce for Import and Export of Foodstuff, Native Products and Animal Byproducts, CCCFNA, please deliver a speech. Thank you.
尊敬的孟加拉国首席顾问尤努斯阁下，尊敬的王文涛部长，女士们、先生们、朋友们，大家上午好。非常荣幸出席中国孟加拉国贸易投资大会。我谨代表中国食品土畜进出口商会对会议的成功举办表示热烈的祝贺。近年来，中孟食品农产品贸易发展势头良好。2024年，中国孟加拉国农产品贸易总额7.5亿美元，同比增长将近1/5。其中，中国对孟加拉国出口6.4亿美元，同比增长22%，主要品种为大蒜、苹果等果蔬产品。中国自孟加拉国进口1.1亿美元，同比增长将近17%，主要品种为青蟹、黄鳝等水产品。孟加拉国食品农产品具有天然生态的优势，青蟹、芒果等是其水产品和水果的代表性产品。从水产品看，2024年中国自全球进口水产品182亿美元，其中含蟹类产品21亿美元，来自孟加拉国的进口蟹类达5818万美元。 孟加拉国是中国第7大蟹类产品的进口来源地。用孟加拉青蟹烹制的肉蟹煲、香辣蟹深受中国消费者的青睐。黄鳝在中国也是一道美食，每年需求量达到300万吨。孟加拉国黄鳝物美价廉，中国去年自孟加拉国进口黄鳝达到2452万美元。从水果看，2024年中国自全球进口水果177亿美元，其中进口芒果1031万美元。孟加拉国是全球主要的芒果生产国之一，芒果年产量超过100万吨。2024年7月，孟加拉国的芒果获得中国的市场准入，今后有较大的进口潜力。除了以上大蒜、苹果、芒果、青蟹、黄鳝等产品以外，中孟两国在其他食品农产品方面也有合作机会，需要两国业界加强相互联系，增进相互了解，深挖合作潜力。中国食品特区建筑商会成立30多年以来我们共有4600多家会员企业。此访我会共组织了11家中国企业，其中包括8家进口企业和3家出口企业。进口企业呢，你采购孟加拉国的青蟹、虾等水产品，以及芒果等水果、芝麻、香料等产品。出口企业呢，你对接孟加拉国大蒜、苹果等进口商。希望两国企业借助这次机会深入交流、洽谈合作，收获满满，不虚此行。我会愿意成为中孟食品农产品经贸合作的桥梁，为增进两国人民的福祉发挥更大的作用。最后，预祝本次会议圆满成功，谢谢大家。
Thank you so much. So throughout the day, these chambers will actually be going out and breaking out to different rooms, large rooms, connecting with Bangladeshi businesses in the same sector and possibly finding great JV partners for future investments. May I now request Mr. Mr. Zhang Xian, Vice President of China Chamber of Commerce for Import and Export of Textiles, to deliver a speech, please. Thank you.
尊敬的孟加拉首席顾问尤尼斯阁下，尊敬的王文涛部长，女士们、先生们、朋友们，大家上午好。很高兴代表中国纺织品进出口商会以及中国纺织服装的行业，参加本次中国孟加拉贸易投资大会。作为全球纺织服装产业链中紧密协作的伙伴，中蒙两国在纺织服装领域的合作已形成深度融合的发展格局。相信今天的会议会成为中蒙双方贸易与投资更加深入合作的契机和窗口，开启中蒙纺织服装产业融合和产能合作的新篇章。中国纺织品进出口商会是在中国商务部业务指导下，代表中国纺织服装外贸行业的全国性行业组织。我会有12000家会员企业，主要从事从纱线、面料、家纺到纺织成衣、服装成衣等各类纺织服装产品的生产和贸易。我会自1988年成立以来，一直致力于的可持续发展，积极向政府反映行业的诉求，提供决策建议，搭建国际交流平台，推动行业转型升级和国际交流和产能合作。从中蒙两国纺织服装贸易和投资合作发展来看，近年来呈现非常明显的供应链的协同特征，两国的纺织服装产业深度相融。据中国海关统计，2024年中蒙纺织服装双边贸易总额达97亿美元，同比增长2.5%。其中，中国对孟加拉纺织服装出口90.6亿美元，同比增长21.5%。孟加拉国是我国第5大纺织服装单一的出口国别市场，同时也是 我国纱线面料的第2大出口市场。此外，我国自孟加拉进口纺织服装6.4亿美元，同比增长11%，是我国纺织服装的第6大进口国。孟加拉作为全球的第2大成衣出口国，具备丰富的劳动力资源和较强的服装加工产业基础，在综合成本、劳动力价格和关税优惠等等方面具备明显的优势。中国的纺织服装产业当前正在处在一个转型升级的一个关键时期，加之产业链全球布局的需要，孟加拉已经成为中国纺织服装企业投资和产能合作的重要目的地国。很多中国的企业在孟加拉已经开展布局，力争在全球产业链、供应链中与孟加拉一道，共同保持国际的竞争优势。当前，面对全球可持续发展趋势，中国企业在孟加拉的投资已经从单一的加工环节向全产业链布局深化，双方产业链互补，产能合作共赢空间非常广阔。我们这次孟加拉之行已经深深地感受到，中国企业到孟加拉国投资和开展国际产能合作仍然正逢其时。展望未来，中蒙业界在继续保持和巩固欧美等传统市场份额的前提下，双方可进一步加深合作，发挥孟加拉在政策和成本的优势，借助中国技术和品牌资源，共同增强国际竞争力，共同开拓第3方市场，也包括潜力巨大的中国消费市场。最后，让我们以今年中蒙建交50周年为契机，共同谱写中国技术加孟加拉制造加全球市场的新篇章，为两国人民福祉和全球纺织服装业的可持续发展贡献力量。预祝本次大会圆满成功，谢谢。
Thank you, thank you. So we've heard from machinery and electronics to textiles to agriculture, foodstuff. Let's widen the net a bit and let's welcome the last of the 4 chambers of commerce on stage, Mr. Kong Lingui, Vice President of China International Chamber of Commerce for the private sectors.
"尊敬的孟加拉国首席顾问尤努斯阁下，尊敬的王文涛部长，女士们、先生们、朋友们，大家上午好！很高兴相聚在达卡，参加中国孟加拉国贸易投资大会，共同探讨两国经贸合作的新机遇。中国民营经济国际合作商会是中国商务部业务指导下，由中国全国工商联主管的全国性国际化商会。商会不断与全球各个国家开展文化交流、经贸活动和项目合作，打造走出去引进来的国际化发展促进平台，服务中外企业更好地开展对外贸易和投资合作。当前，全球经济增长放缓，供应链面临重构压力。我们看到中孟合作的3大机遇：一是数字经济和绿色转型，孟加拉国可依托自身的人口红利和区位优势，发展跨境电商、数字金融。中国企业在光伏、储能等领域的先进技术经验，可助力孟加拉国实现碳中和达标。二是农业与纺织业升级，中孟可联合开展农业技术开发，推动孟加拉国水产品、皮革等特色产品的附加值，增加对华出口，借鉴中国智慧纺织的模式，提升孟加拉国纺织业的产业提升。三是基础设施与民生合作，中国民营企业愿参与孟加拉国港口、铁路、新能源等领域的建设，助力打造区域交通枢纽和绿色经济典范。本次商会带领35家企业，在各自行业的龙头企业 出访孟加拉国，这些企业呢涵盖新能源电力、设备制造、文化教育旅游、制造业、农林业、信息技术、农产品加工、医药、法律服务、建材生产等众多领域。他们分别是在各自行业内占据着重要的地位，代表着中国民营企业的先进水平。此次出访孟加拉国，这些企业将充分发挥自身的优势和实力，积极寻求与孟加拉国在各个领域的合作机会。女士们、先生们，中孟合作是南南合作的典范，也是构建人类命运共同体的生动实践。中国民营企业始终秉持合作共赢理念，愿成为孟加拉国经济发展的长期合伙人。我们期待与孟方政府、企业和社会各界携手，将此次大会的共识转化为一个个落地的项目，让中孟合作成果惠及更多普通民众。正如孟加拉国谚语所言，联合之路，光明永驻。让我们以实际行动诠释这句箴言，共同书写中孟合作的新篇章。谢谢大家。
谢谢。So, now let's move to Bangladesh. And one of Bangladesh's ambassadors was actually the ambassador for China in Bangladesh, but he is the ambassador for Bangladesh. So let's invite on stage His Excellency, Mr. Yao Wen, our friend, a dear friend, on stage, please. Thank you. It's Ambassador.
His Excellency Professor Mohammad Yunus, Chief Advisor of the Interim Government of Bangladesh, His Excellency Mr. Wang Wentao, Minister of Commerce of People's Republic of China. Dear distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all of you. It is such a pleasure and a privilege to attend the China-Bangladesh Trade and Investment Conference. On behalf of the Chinese Embassy in Bangladesh, I would like to thank Honorable Chief Advisor for gracing the conference and commend the bidder for organizing the event. In particular, my warmest welcome go to Minister Wang Wentao and the 100+ Chinese enterprises who are with us today. With the largest business delegation in the history of Bangladesh, this visit will write a new chapter in our collaboration, deepen our economic ties, and take our partnership to a new height. Since the establishment of diplomatic ties between China and Bangladesh in the year 1975, our bilateral ties have always been quality-grounded, development-driven, and people-centered, evolving into a comprehensive strategic cooperative partnership. This March, thanks to the joint efforts of both sides, Honorable Chief Advisor Dr. Mohammad Yunus successfully visited China and achieving results that are beyond our expectations. First, the willingness to strengthen investment cooperation between our two countries continued to grow. Attracting foreign investment is a priority for Bangladesh interim government, and inviting more Chinese enterprises to invest in Bangladesh is a broad consensus across all sectors of the country. Honorable Chief Advisor Professor Yunus personally expressed the hope that Chinese companies would invest in establishing photovoltaic panel manufacturing plants in Bangladesh. Nearly 1,000 Chinese enterprises operating in Bangladesh are optimistic about the local market and committed to furthering their development here. Second, the scale of Chinese investment in Bangladesh continues to expand. Since the formation of the Bangladesh interim government, approximately 20 Chinese companies have signed investment agreements with Bangladesh partners, with accumulated intended investment exceeding $400 million, demonstrating the strongest confidence of Chinese investment in Bangladesh market. And I just want to show a new figure I just collected recently from this up to this quarter, first 3 months of this year, Chinese investment in Bangladesh has grown more than 370%. So that is the figure demonstrates Chinese confidence to this interim government, to Dr. Professor Yunus, and for our future cooperation. The third, our collaboration on major projects has yielded fruitful results. The installation of single-point mooring with double pipeline projects has been completed, while the Rasashi surface water treatment plant project has commenced smoothly. The Chittagong China Economic and Industrial Zone project and West to Energy Power Plant project in North Dhaka, invested by Chinese enterprises, about to break ground. I'm especially pleased to share with you that just 4 days ago, the first consignment of high-quality Bangladesh mangoes was shipped to China, which demonstrates the mutual beneficial nature of China-Bangladesh trade cooperation. I believe that in the near future, more premium Bangladesh agriculture products, such as jackfruit and guava, will also make their way onto markets shelf across China, bringing tangible benefits to the peoples of both countries. So, ladies and gentlemen, this year marks the 50th anniversary of China-Bangladesh diplomatic ties. Under the guidance of relevant authorities, the Chinese embassy in Bangladesh will strengthen strategic communication with the Bangladesh side, advance high-quality Belt Road cooperation, continue to upgrade our economic and trade ties, and deliver great benefits to our people. So last but not least, I wish today's conference a complete success. Thank you. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Now let me have the pleasure to invite our special guest, the Commerce Minister of the People's Republic of China, His Excellency Mr. Wang Wentao, to deliver a speech.
尊敬的尤努斯首席顾问，尊敬的乔杜利主席、姚文大使，各位来宾，各位企业家的朋友们、女士们、先生们，大家上午好！很高兴到访美丽的孟加拉国，来出席此次的中蒙贸易投资大会。感谢孟方有关部门、投资发展局、中国驻蒙使馆及两国相关的商协会为本次活动提供的大力支持，也感谢各界人士长期以来对中蒙经济合作关心和关注。今年呢是中蒙建交50周年，半个世纪以来，两国高层交往密切，人民友谊不断加深，经贸合作提质升级。2024年，两国双边的贸易达到了240亿美元，创下了历史新高，比10年前呢要翻了整整一番。中国已经连续多年成为孟加拉国的最大的贸易伙伴。截至2024年底，中国对孟投资存量是44亿美元。今年1季度，刚才大使也讲了啊，这个中国对孟的投资同比增长是307%，这个在南亚国家是位居首位，我想应该在世界各地也是位居首位，同比增长307%。当然，我们接下去能保持这样一个速度，还是要得加倍努力。两国共建“一带一路”成果丰硕，中蒙友谊展览中心、卡纳普利河底隧道、帕亚拉电站等标志性项目呢陆续建成。帕德玛大桥是10年磨一剑，让天堑变成了通道，为孟经济社会发展和人民生活水平做出了贡献。前不久啊，习近平主席在北京会见了尤尼斯首席顾问，两国领导人达成了一系列的共识，为中蒙经济关系发展指明了方向。我这次 率团访问孟加拉国，就是要落实你们2位领导人所达成的共识，推动中蒙合作呢迈上新的台阶。刚才这个介绍了孟产业优势和外资鼓励政策，我觉得还是非常的令人振奋，也留下了深刻的印象。4位商会的这个也介绍了各自在这里发展的一些基本情况，也是令人深受鼓舞。此次呢，我们中方组织了100多家，大概有147家企业访问孟加拉国。我们也希望这些企业来自不同的4个商会，有不同的企业，希望在农业、纺织服装、机械装备，还有新能源，包括高科技产业等多个领域，和孟方政府、商协会和企业之间建立联系，推动呢合作的愿景化为具体的行动。这个我刚才我的同事给我一个信息这个本次的这个洽谈会还是有一些初步的意向当然我没有这个乔杜里主席可以投屏上去，我就这里简单的说一下我看这个在能源环保方面，大概有一个7亿项目，一个1.3亿项目达成了意向。在高科技和信息方面，包括机器人，包括自行车还有这个其他的一些新能源领域，目前正在包括医疗设备正在洽谈，还有一些呢是在基础设施方面，刚才其实大使也讲到了，在一些港口还有一些其他的基础项目，目前正在这个跟进洽谈。我跟大家也借这个机会报告一下我们看到了我们的一些初步的意向和进展。在座的各位企业家都是2国商界的佼佼者，经贸合作的主力军。在此呢，我也想跟大家呢分享几点想法。一个，要坚定合作信心，共谋发展大局。今年中国的1季度的 GDP 呢增长是5.4%，在这样一个复杂的背景下面，能取得这样的成绩，应该是来之不易。而且我们在全球的主要经济体中继续名列前茅，对全球的经济的贡献率继续保持在30%左右。中国是第2大的消费市场，更重要的，我们这个第2大的消费市场是开放的，我们并没有设置一些障碍，或者说给予一些高关税，我们这个市场是开放的。同时呢，中国还是一个和美国基本相当的第2大的进口市场，它不但是一个第2大的消费市场，而且还是一个全球市场。我们的这个市场和我们的进口将为包括孟加拉在内的各国提供良好的合作机遇。但我们也同样的看到了孟加拉经济保持较快的增长。刚才给出我们的数据这个令人印象深刻。1.7亿人口当中，1半是年轻人这个刚才说这个年龄的中位数是26还是20几？27潜能巨大。但是与2国的经济实力和发展潜力相比，我们觉得我们的合作的空间目前来看还远远不够。换句话说，我们的合作空间还有很大的增长的潜力。我们也希望企业家你们把握住这个趋势，坚定合作信心，挖掘合作潜力。第二呢，要发挥互补的优势，深化产业合作。我们2国应该发挥各自的比较优势，推动产业链、供应链的深度合作。刚才纺织协会讲到了纺织品之间从全产业链之间的如何的深度合作。当然，我们在农产品方面，中国消费者对芒果的热带水果需求量也很大我们的食品土畜协会刚才也讲到了。 目前我们双方已经签订了芒果舒华的议定书，我们要进一步加好供销对接。又如孟加拉国是中国黄麻及黄麻制品的最大进口的来源国。昨天，这个孟加拉国的这个商务部长跟我说，黄麻对孟加拉是具有不同含义、不同意义的一项制品，它关系到很多人的生计。那么我们这次也来了一些这个黄麻产品的一些这个制造商一些经销商，我们也希望加强对接。我昨天晚上还专门去了一下你们的商场，看了一下黄麻产品。原来我以为黄麻只是能够做这个那个带麻袋，或者说做那个绳索，但是我看到了商场里边很多的黄麻制品，有黄麻的包有黄麻的桌布，它可以有很多的开发。所以两国的企业怎么能够加强开发包括中国的设计、中国的技术在黄麻产业当中能够提升它的产品，扩大它的应用，我觉得这个还是有很大的空间。我们可以将类似这样更多的优质原材料在孟加拉国加工成更多品类的产品，提升产品的出口附加值。所以呢，我昨天也跟这个孟加拉商务部也提出一个建议，我说我们愿意跟你们进行联合研究，如何挖掘孟加拉国的出口潜力，并且提升产品的出口价值。我们还可以探索一些电子、电气、新能源、数字经济、绿色经济等新领域的合作。希望我们各位企业家不仅在寻找市场、寻找伙伴的时候，还应该更多的用创新性的思维来在孟加拉当中寻找商机。三是我们要维护多边主义，捍卫共同利益。当前世界百年变局加速演进，单边主义、保护主义逆流支场，个别国家对全球滥施关税，孟加拉好像是37%，或者是将一些所谓的区域个别国家当作自己的后院，动辄制裁打压。中方呢始终坚持真正的多边主义，推动普惠包容的经济全球化，愿意与孟方加强多边和区域框架下的沟通协调，推动全球南方团结协作，共同维护多边贸易体制，维护国际公平正义。中方愿意秉持倾城惠农、命运与共的理念方针，在力所能及的范围里边给予孟方全力的帮助，共同实现好各类合作项目，特别是小而美的民生项目，促进民心相通，增加人民福祉。女士们、先生们、朋友们，中蒙呢都是勤劳而智慧的民族，在民族振兴、国家富强的奋斗历程中，中蒙两国都体现了自力更生、坚韧不拔的精神，更能够相互理解、相互支持。我相信，只要双方齐心协力，把我们自己的事做好，就没有任何力量能够阻挡我们两国创造各自美好的明天。我们也有充分的理由相信，在两国领导人的指领下，在各方的，特别是企业界的朋友们的共同努力下，中美经贸合作的明天会更好。刚才上来的时候在讲，是用2个故事开头的，这2个故事我留下深刻的印象。刘琛他说他也有很多故事，今天来不及讲了。但是我想更重要的是，希望你们在座各位谱写更多的新故事。最后，祝愿此次大会取得圆满成功。各位企业家，希望你们满意而来，满载而归。谢谢大家。
His Excellency. Thank you so much. So the most popular sport in China is basketball, and the most valuable player in basketball is called point guard. In Bangladesh, we talk about football all the time. It's the number 10, and Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo. So this is our Lionel Messi. So let's welcome the captain of Team Bangladesh 2.0, Dr. Mohammad Yunus, to say a few words. His Excellency, the Honorable Chief Advisor.
Good morning. Honorable Minister Wang Wentao, distinguished members of the Chinese business delegation, Your Excellency Ambassador from China, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm thoroughly thrilled by the speech made by the Honorable Minister. The support he expressed and the potential he sees in the relationship between Bangladesh and China. This will thrill everybody in Bangladesh. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. When you talk about jute, it's a very emotional issue for Bangladesh. But this country is a unique country which produces enormous quantity of natural fiber. But over many, many years. When you mention that you are excited about jute and you saw the jute products, that means a lot for this nation. We see a future in jute because jute remains a fabric, a fiber just for making sacks. It's a natural fiber in the world which we have failed to respect when we are talking about environment, when we are talking about protecting the planet. So together we can make a wonderful start of jute to give it a right place in our economic programs. And thank you for paying attention to it. There are many other items like that to which Bangladesh is home, jamdani and many other fabrics. There are skillful things which can be made into many varieties of products. But it remains a product just wearing sari, that's all. It can be used in multiple use. And it's the skill and the tradition of muslin, the lost glory of Bangladesh. So personally, I'm very grateful to you for bringing this up. Usually in business conferences, we talk about bigger things than lost things. I admire you very much for seeing that. It is with immense pleasure and honor that I welcome you all to Dhaka for Bangladesh-China Investment and Trade Conference. This is a historic moment for us. This year, Bangladesh and China marked 50th year of their enduring friendship. This gathering marks a significant milestone in our relationship and growing economic partnership. We have to build a future which can touch the sky. That is the potential we have together. Today, we are privileged to host the largest ever Chinese business delegation to Bangladesh, comprising over 150 investors and business leaders, representing scores of companies, including some of the largest in China. Let's give them a big applause. Welcome. This is the beginning, marked by His Excellency Minister. And this journey will continue and will grow and explore wider horizon for two of our nations. Your presence underscores the deepening ties between our two nations and shared commitment to fostering mutual growth and prosperity. A couple of months ago, during my visit to Beijing, I requested President Xi Jinping to encourage Chinese companies to invest in Bangladesh as we envision turning our country into a manufacturing and economic hub of the region. I'm honored that President Xi has followed up on his word. I didn't expect that it will happen so soon, so quickly, at such a high-power delegation. Thank you very much again. Chinese companies are the master of manufacturing in the globe, and we want to be your partner. Your larger-scale investment in Bangladesh can be a game changer for our economy. Tens of millions of our young workforce who desperately need good jobs to express the skill and tenacity they have in making a mark in history. Bangladesh stands at the cusp of transformative era. Our interim government has been steadfast in implementing reforms aimed at enhancing the investment climate, streamlining regulatory frameworks, and ensuring a conducive environment for business operations. That's you have heard from Executive Chairman of BIDA and his colleagues. These efforts are designed to attract foreign direct investment, stimulate economic growth, and create employment opportunities for our young people. And there are many of them. Half the population of Bangladesh, as you mentioned, is under the age of 26. That's amazing power for Bangladesh. And very, very creative, very dedicated young people. Young people who can be trusted with all the challenges of business, all the challenges of the world. 10 months ago, into the interim government, already these reforms have started bearing fruits. In April, we have hosted a successful Bangladesh Business Summit. Companies from all over the world attended the 5-day get-together. And again, today, the biggest business delegation comes from China. During the summit, the one we had before, during the summit, a top Chinese textile plant alone announced investment of $100 million in spinning. For many years, Bangladesh has been touted as a strategic location at the heart of South Asia. Our dynamic workforce, which positions Bangladesh as an ideal destination for investment. Yet, for decades, we have failed to attract foreign direct investment. Scores of economic zones were developed, but they remain empty. in many cases being used for cattle grazing. Widespread corruption, misrule, and brutal dictatorship drove away potential investors. The July uprising, led by hundreds of thousands of young people, brought an end to those days. They are committed to create new Bangladesh. And that is the opportunity we got right now in history. So please be part of our history. Make a history for this nation with us. The interim government which took over after the uprising has restructured the Bangladeshi Investment Development Authority, BIDA, as an agency which means business. We have hired top talents from the private sector to drive its operation. The new BIDA is committed to facilitating your investment journey. As it was mentioned, we are recruiting relationship managers to look after every step of your way. We also initiated monthly breakfast meetings with foreign investors to invest concerns, share insights, and expedite decision-making. Today, as we embark on this journey together, I invite you to explore the extensive opportunities that Bangladesh offers, from textile and garments to pharmaceuticals, agro-processing, fisheries, jute, as you have mentioned, and information technology. Our sectors are ripe for investment and collaboration. I urge Chinese investors to make Bangladesh their home and their production hub. Our young people are ready to accept that challenge. Again, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Minister Wang Watantao and the entire Chinese delegation for your visit. Your engagement signifies a new chapter in Bangladesh-China relations. Chinese investors have transformed economies in some of the Southeast Asian nations. We hope your visit will mark the start of a similar transformation of this country, Bangladesh. Thank you for your visit at this very strategic moment. Welcome to Bangladesh. Thank you very much.
Sir, actor, a second. Yes. So a lot of you may have seen there is a photo booth on the other side, and everyone who has come here, we would like to share this moment with all of you. So we took one photo for Sir as well, and we printed it already. So that happened about 40 minutes ago, sir. So this is for you to take away back home. We can, of course. Yes, sir. Before that, can we also request Honorable Commerce Minister to come over, because we also have his photo ready, printed, and to be delivered to him. This is for you to deliver, sir. Yes, so we'll stand here. If everyone could kindly stand, just on your own seat, if you could just stand.